Okay folks, so I thought, now look, it says transforming Dulwich Community Hospital, and obviously it's going to be redeveloped or whatever, but it's still going to be a hospital, I believe, from what it's saying on there anyway. And look, that's the area. There's a little map, phase 1, phase 2 and all this sort of carry on. So that's all really fascinating. Okay, so let's go and have a little look. Might as well document whilst what it looks like now. So look at this, it's obviously Victorian or whatever, maybe even further back than that actually. It's really old looking, isn't it? Quite an amazing building, quite an amazing structure. Yeah, and of course that parcel of land over there, I don't know if that's still part of the hospital or not, but I mean, it's quite fascinating, you know. It's it's funny as well, I did come here once when I was at my doctor's. I had to come here for a blood test, and yeah, it was like I say, you know, even back then I was thinking, wow, you know, this is a really old looking hospital. I mean, look at that walkway there, that's fantastic. That is amazing. That is pretty awesome, man. So yeah, and like I said, there was some buildings down the bottom end that it's all what's the name, fenced off, like, isn't, you know, you can actually see the fencing just there, actually, the boarding there. And yeah, it like I say, it's all boarded off, so sadly there's no way I'm going to be able to get in there. And as I say, you can see that there's cars parked around here, and I've just walked past the gatehouse. I've just realised that's kind of why I was a little bit umming and ahhing a little bit just then. You might have not noticed, but because I was suddenly realised, I'm thinking to myself, flipping out, I've just walked past the security office, and I from the corner of my eye I had a feeling that there was like security actually in there. They might even be able to see me. So I was thinking at any minute they're going to come out and say something maybe, but I could be wrong because I got a big, well, it's not big, but you know, a camcorder in my hand right in front of my face. You know what I mean? The thing is that it looks flipping obvious what I'm doing, but there, you see this. Sorry, right, stop waffling, Paul. So look at these buildings. These are part of the hospital, I believe. Believe it or not, I think they are. Anyway, do you know? No, yeah, no, they are definitely still in the hospital grounds. So these amazing looking buildings here, you know, I have no idea what they might have been or what they were used for originally, but they do look amazing, don't they? I wonder how old they are. Look at these bay windows on them as well. Look at that. That's quite awesome, man. But like I say, you know, it's like a lot of guys, a lot of YouTubers, you know, that do abandoned videos. I mean, one day I'd love to be able to go somewhere like this and actually get inside and do an abandoned video. I would love to, but obviously, like I said, the thing is that it's really hard to find anywhere in London that you can actually get easy access to or whatever sort of thing. So, but yeah, so anyway, like I said, you know, it'd be great if I could do one. I'd really love to, because like I say, I mean, I find them fascinating. I'm sure most other YouTubers find them really, really fascinating as well. And I do, like I said. I mean, you know, you see these places and you see where they go to, and it's just fascinating and interesting to document what's there, because of course a lot of these places eventually, you know, at some point or other will no longer be there. You know, they'll be destroyed, they'll be redeveloped, they'll be built on, whatever sort of thing. So, you know, when you think about it, what people do on YouTube with these abandoned video things is really fascinating, because essentially they're helping to document history in a way. They're helping to document buildings and stuff that were there for hundreds of years, and then, you know, then they disappear. Oh wow, look at that. I'm not going down there because I haven't got a torch anyway. But look, flipping out, there's some sort of tunnel thing down there. No, I'm not going for it, guys. Believe me, I'm not going for it. Not today, because like I said, the thing is, there's just too many eyes on me. You know what I mean? There's a cow was behind me a minute ago. You see, look. You see, some of it obviously, like I say, some of it is still used, and some of it is all boarded up. So as I say, it's still partly used. Do you know what I mean? It's still a functioning hospital, and it still will be. I mean, it's not going to be redeveloped in the sense that they're going to build houses on it or something like that, what they do with a lot of hospitals these days. It's definitely going to be redeveloped back into a hospital, from what I was reading on that sign anyway. And like I say, you see, you got this big chunk of land there that's been empty for donkeys. I mean, like I say, I used to live in Peckham for a little while. I lived in Peckham back in 2009 in a temporary accommodation before I got my flat in Brixton. Wow, sorry, I was just looking at the architecture. I love those little archway things, and then it's like a little crossway. The architecture is pretty awesome, man. Yeah, so I was living in Peckham, and that was back in 2009, and that parcel of land at the back there, that was like that back then, and that was back in 2009. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's a chunk of time. And to be quite honest, I'm trying to think. Actually, it might, yeah. I mean, it might even be longer than that. You know, it's as long as that in my memory. But maybe it goes back even further than that. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Like I say, you know, it's a fascinating building. But I've no idea, like I say, how old this place is, to be quite honest. I mean, I don't know how far back it goes. It must be a couple of 100 years old, I guess. I would have thought. But I don't know that for certain, like I say. And you see, like I said, you know, to get into somewhere like that, you know, like I say, I'm not into breaking into places or anything like that. If it's all totally sealed up, I'm not going to break into it, do you know what I mean? No way. And look, it's all cameraed up as well. Look, it's got alarm on, it's cameraed up. So there's no way that's going to happen, do you know what I mean? But as I said, you know, if there's a place that's got easy access and it's easy accessible and it's already sort of open in that sense, then yeah, no, absolutely, if I get the opportunity or chance to investigate some abandoned place like this. I mean, look at this, really, I love fascinating buildings and stuff like this. Look at that. That is so awesome. That is so awesome, man. So, yeah. I mean, that's gorgeous little gable end on that house. Like I say, house. It looks like a house, but it's... I mean, it must have been... Well, I don't know what it was, actually. Like I say, maybe it was like doctors' residences or something, sort of like, you know, whenever, way back. Yeah. So there you go, folks. So that is Dulwich Hospital, and as I said, it's partly abandoned, partly used. I don't know which way you should say that necessarily, but you know, it's fascinating nonetheless. But as I say, unlike the fate of a lot of these types of hospitals, at least it's still going to be a hospital, from what I was reading on the front there. Like I said, it says it's going to be redeveloped. So that's pretty cool, but whether they keep the old building or keep some of the structure, you know, keep some of its features maybe, that'd be really cool. Yeah, amazing. Right, so I think what we'll do is we'll head down this road here. As soon as we get out the gate, we'll head down to Peckham, I think. Because I've not been there for a little while, a good couple of years I reckon. I tell you what, let's walk on the pavement this time, because we've walked past the what's the name? What's the name? Sorry, I know I keep. That's another thing, by the way. Joanne picked me up on this. She says I always say what's the name, Thingy Bob, what do you call it, this, that, and the other. I do. She's absolutely right. I say it all the time. And I know that sometimes it must be really frustrating or confusing for people. It's like, what's her name? What's a thingy bob? What's a doodah? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just usually, more often than not, what it is because I can't think immediately of the word I'm looking for. So I'll supplement it with thingy bob or with the other words I've just mentioned, which now completely escape me. So, yeah, apologies for that. I will try to remember a bit better the names of things. But as I said, I swear it's my age. I swear it's because as I get older, I get more and more forgetful. I'm positive of it. So there you go, folks. There it is, Dulwich Hospital, as it stands today, 2016, July 3rd of July 2016. This is how it stands today, and so it'll be interesting to see what it looks like in another couple of years, I guess. So another quick look at the notice outside, just to refresh our memory. So there you go, you see. So they're going to transform it. So major developments on the Dulwich Community Hospital are underway to expand and improve the range of essential public services available to the local community. Community health partnerships, blah 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 blah. North East Parcel 1 and West Sections Parcel 2 of the Hospital C plan. Blah 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 blah. So there you go. It's a big old site as well, isn't it? It's a big old site. So I think we were on. This must be the one we were on, I think, but I don't know for certain. Not sure where we were actually. Right, anyway, okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Oh, I'm really in the dark again, as usual. It's never as dark as I think it is on that little screen. It's really difficult. There, look, I'll just give you a quick peek in there, look. By the way, you see, look, that parcel of land has been like that for yonks. I think it was originally part of the hospital, and I don't know if it still is. I imagine maybe it is. But anyway, so yeah, in a way, this video, although it's not a complete abandoned video, we didn't actually get to go inside, sadly. It's a part abandoned video. So yeah, look, let's have a little nosy through the hole in the gate. Look, there we go. You see, it's a big old piece of land. I don't know what that is at the back there, by the way. I wonder if that's abandoned. Oh, I'd love to do an abandoned video, I would. Right, okay guys, so yeah, so there's Glengarry Road. I think I said Glen Burnie at some point in the previous video. So I made a mistake there, sorry about that. I mean Glengarry Road. So we can thank whoever it was who suggested coming down here for this video, essentially. Because, you know, it might not have occurred to me, actually. It might eventually have occurred to me, but not straight away if necessary. Anyway, right, so okay, so we're heading towards Peckham now. This is going towards Peckham. And also, just as a point of interest, just up here at the Conservative Club thing, there used to be, well, I don't know if it's still on there actually, maybe it is. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest with you. There used to be a meeting there, and I used to go to that meeting on a fairly regular basis. I think it was on a Tuesday, funny enough. But anyway, yeah. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there for now, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye for now.